They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Spartans will put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Longhorns offense will have the first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
To the ground with the back. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like, just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Pulls it in. It's Wingo. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was kept.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So the opening drive of the game, and you spin it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not to start this offense on.
And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love quarterbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force the negative play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Wingo. Open space at the 25. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry up. Wide receiver going in motion. They just keep firing. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll run it to the right. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. It's caught downfield. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Fires to the middle. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
On their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
There he goes. Pass to 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Texas offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking for space. It's Baxter. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. It's Manning. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Coming out with it, it's Bates. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, he'll throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab down the left side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, San Jose State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Manning. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Lockett. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that...
Turning it on! How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He'll take it himself. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this...
Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bates. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Looking to throw on first down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's good pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Off play action. throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. It's complete.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it, I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO, and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the end route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing, and I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
On the move. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll bring it out. It's Bates. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Finds his man. It's Starling. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
And the Spartans in the hurry up. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much. touch it, and it was a bad throw. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Spartans are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Here's a heat. Swings it out to his running back. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They boot it away on 4th down. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it at the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before. Time. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and...
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down, still moving. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the receiver is going to hate watching film and watching that play back because that was a touchdown, and he dropped it.
Powers through the defender. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Number 49 in front formation to kick it away.
He'll field the punt. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bates. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They're going to ride this running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They'll run it from the gun. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. He'll bring it out. It's Bates. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hand off from the shotgun. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
He'll bring it out. It's Bates. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Wide open downfield. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And nice answer by this defense. You give them a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Got a man. It's Starling. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Spartans need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Getting to the end zone. Nice run.
Coming out with it, it's Bates. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Unloads quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but field position at the 34. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try the run. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here they come facing third and long from the 20. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns line it up with a first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Washington. Touchdown, Longhorn! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth.
Texas.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. This drive will open from the 15. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Got it in the middle. It's Campos. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Riley. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Pressure coming. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. Trying to surge it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the field goal unit is on the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Never a doubt. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Gibson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just...
He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Longhorns will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And the Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got enough for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got a chance. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so,